a couple of teams, opposite halves of the Division I Final Four. Mentor unbeaten during the regular season. I know you've seen the Cardinals. I know you like the Cardinals. Tell us what Mentor needs to do to be successful.
Well, I think the matchup plays into their hands a little bit better with Centerville versus, say, an Archbishop Moeller, which has been at that stage a number of times. They're a lot bigger. Centerville's got some size to them, but they like to play on the wing. And on that big court at the University of Dayton, I think that really favors Mentor's tempo. Could be a big weekend for Luke Chacon, and one last chance for him to showcase his talents with Mr. Basketball still open. You know, we've got a couple of guys that are candidates for that award as well who are going to be down there this weekend, including George Mangus from Lima Shawnee and, of course, Malachi Branham from St. Mary. So this could be a big weekend for Mentor. And, Stephen Key's going for them pretty well, and so is Jonah Wag, who's become kind of their top defender, with ways taking charges and things of that nature. So I think the environment favors Mentor because of, as I said, the big court and the way they like to get up and down. And the Centerville matchup should lend itself a little bit better to their style of play.
And you mentioned Chacon averaging 22.7, Keys averaging 15.2, and Wag 18. So you got that three-headed monster. Let's look over the St. Ignatius Wildcats, opposite half of the bracket. So that could be your state championship matchup. What a job by Cam Joyce, the second-year head coach.
I mean, second year. I asked him about this earlier this week, if he foresaw having this much success this soon. Because, he inherited a team that lost a triple overtime game to Brecksville back in 2019 in the district semifinals. Fast forward to last year, they lost to Rhodes twice, including a crazy overtime game at Lakewood, again in the district semifinals. And he felt like they were there, they were knocking on the door. He told me he was confident in his abilities with his background. He's been around on the college ranks the last few years. And, I got to say, I'm not surprised either. And this is a team that was really built for this year, I think, when you look at your seniors up front and Henry Rayner and Will Yontek, both 6'7". They've got a 6'10" junior and CJ Yarian, who comes off the bench. John Efforts, a skinny 6-foot guard who's a junior, but he plays like a senior because he's a third-year kid. And then they have CJ Little, this freshman point guard who's still only 14 years old. Athletically, he plays a lot older than 14, and mentally he's playing like it too, because Cam Joyce is showing a lot of faith in the young man. And I'm really intrigued. I think they have a good shot to get to the state Final Four, or the state finals, excuse me. Worcesterville Central, an interesting opponent. They only have 2 losses this year, both by 1 point, those 2 losses. One was to Kahana Lincoln, who they beat on that half-court buzzer beater back on Saturday.